the question that we've heard the most is really how to hold this framework and language of healing justice in the context of what people are already doing in their communities. Is it the same? Is it different? And should healing justice kind of subsume this other work?
Healing justice is community-led, survivor-led transformation. It's invested in collective wellness and safety.
Whatever happened to the term healing justice, it doesn't matter to me what it is. It matters to me that we're looking collectively at ways to intervene on trauma, to hold genocide in a way that, to understand it's on a cellular level, the generational trauma that we are feeling as collective bodies. And as long as it stays collective and rooted in liberation, let us call it whatever we need it to.
Care is relational. So care cannot be understood as individual.
But what of the political dimension now of that caring do we actually continue to embody and pursue, so that it doesn't just be I have to take care of myself because I have to take care of the movement, but what is now your political role? What is in care? I mean, what is the political agenda in caring for yourself?
If we were to bake a cake known as healing justice, what would the ingredients be? I know who we are baking it for. But I'm not so sure about the ingredients, and I'm not so sure about how we serve it.
In the whole country, the region is economically, culturally, and all senses marginalized one. So it's quite hard for the women's rights activists to stay emotionally safe, healthy, and sane while we're doing our work.
Healing can be seen as strategy. We're addressing generational harm, communal and interpersonal harm.
This is a natural part of our movements. We decide what we want to do as, activists, creatives, whatever. We decide what to do because we feel like somewhere it's going to calm us down, it's going to help our spirit, cope with what we get from, external places. Some of that will be toxic, some of that will be different.
A question that comes up for me is when thinking about long-term strategies, what does it look like to center healing justice with long-term commitment? How do we take it as serious as we take responding to the political realities? Because our livelihood is at stake.
What resources are required for thoughtfully supporting collective care and healing justice?
In order to support healing justice, you actually need people, because that's who you work with. It's the thing we're saying you don't do in a vacuum. It's in people and in communities.
We are in a strategic moment of trying to open this conversation with funders. How are we going to approach this in a way that is genuinely different where it has to be different? To keep women human rights defenders rooted and the fire burning, but avoiding burning us out and keeping us alive in a way and happy.
The space has been transformative in being a container to hold difficult questions and being vulnerable in understanding our limited capacity to answer all of them right now.
That cross-border, where we have our commonalities, that gives us a particular strength. And frankly, it's a strategy that has been used by those that we're fighting against very effectively. And there's an opportunity for us to think about how do we do that smarter and better.
Donc pour moi, c'est d'essayer de trouver dans notre culture, nos traditions, les exemples de healing justice et les exploiter en créant des espaces de guérison.
We are challenging the sacrificial model of activism and social justice. And of course, we heard yesterday that healing is counter-hegemonic.
So now I feel like we're at the point where we have some common understanding of what language people are using, why people are using that language, how it's rooted in their context, and how, if we so choose, we can share that language across organizations, across communities, across continents. And so I think that we've definitely gotten to a place of shared understanding. And so I think we'll have to continue to have conversations, and it'll be necessary to keep talking. But I definitely think we've done something really important and really powerful here.